So now they need to stick to their guns and put everything they can into these final rounds. Here we go, everybody. The last match of SWC 2024's Japan Open Qualifier. We will have our finalists at the end of this. Sean, Stoic, take it away.
And let's get into it, guys. This is the final. OSADASAN, KANITAMA. Pre-ban's getting locked in right here with OSADASAN with the very first pick.
Are we seeing a Nasha or Han pre-ban? Are we seeing a Nasha first pick? Gonna be so exciting. I want to see some snipe team once again coming out from OSADASAN. I wonder if KANITAMA is gonna finally use his Tian line to counter what OSADASAN is trying to do.
Look at how KANITAMA is just like staring at him. He just looked right at OSADASAN and wondered what he was going to be banning out. That was so cool. They're giving him a glare. And it looks like a
cheerful villain and serious.
Yeah.
All right,
exactly.
with a Han down on pre-ban. Yeah, it's perfect, you know? Like the story finally come together. We have a cheerful looking villain and we have a very serious main character here trying to take down a big villain.
Well, we got a Vanessa first pick coming out of OSADASAN. We have those water twins that are taking such priority in tonight's draft across all the boards here. And then we have Cigar being paired up with it as well. Hey Gang getting a little bit of action here with OSADASAN with one other pick.
We might be seeing maybe a one-shot unit, maybe a Nasha, or is he gonna take out one of his LD5 potentially? Oh, it's not going to be Nasha, but it's going to be Masha instead, which is arguably way better into the Cigar coming out from KANITAMA.
I agree. Also, Masha is something that KANITAMA was drafting in the past as well, so we're taking that unit away from him. Tian Lang and Nikki being drafted by KANITAMA. We're changing pace here. We're bringing out some fire from KANITAMA. We have a Ciara and a Mook Wall being drafted by OSADASAN.
All right, we see a Tian Lang here, potentially to counter the Hey Gang. And we have a Mook Wall here with a higher base speed, potentially to go first and stun the Tian Lang before anything can happen. And we have a Fire Cassandra getting picked last here for the damage because it's going to be a Nemesis too, which will work wonderfully against the AoE damage coming out from the Nikki.
Yep, I do like this Cassandra pick here with the Mook Wall as well. This is something that he does on stream as well. It's a nice little combo that he's drafting here. Let's see what this last pick is going to be from KANITAMA. And he's hovering a more. He did lock this in. We've got bans coming out right here.
I think it might be a Fire Cassandra ban because he's rocking a lot of AoE damage, which can potentially trigger the Fire Cassandra to one-shot one of your unit. And that's not going to be great. And that's going to be a more ban and a Fire Cassandra ban from both sides.
Yep, I do like that. I think both players had banned perfectly here. Let's see what happens as we get into our very first match with OSADASAN versus KANITAMA. And let's see things getting kicked off here with Water Twin Angels potentially already setting up a strip.
All right, going with a strip and defense break, but there's no real follow-up beside the strip reset coming out from the Cigar. And now the Tian Lang is going to come between big stun and a violent prone to the Masha. Masha's going down very quickly here.
Yep, Masha is going to be getting dismounted shortly. We do have Vanessa that is going to be protecting us. And Cigar is going to be our unit to reset units to stop them from getting those dismounts or those revives.
But the threat state forced the Cigar to reset the Vanessa. Maybe that's not bad of an idea, but Vanessa get the skill back very, very quickly. And right now, Nikki is about to move with the AoE damage coming out, and Masha's in a lot of trouble here.
We do have the cleanse. We are going to go with third skill. All gas here for KANITAMA. Getting the dismount. Some really nice damage across the board on OSADASAN.
OSADASAN team might be really good against single target damage, but against AoE, there's no protection at all. And they're all going to go down together. Tian Lang get another violent proc here. And it is about to get another skill too as well.
It definitely is. Defense break landing on top of that. Nikki. Nikki takes a ton of damage from that Masha, eliminating one of the units from KANITAMA. Looking a little bit better for OSADASAN. Now they put KANITAMA on the back foot right now. Looking for any despair stuns, not receiving any of them there.
KANITAMA has AoE stun available, gonna reduce the cooldown of the Cigar. Tian Lang coming with a big AoE, doing massive damage. OSADASAN team are all going down at the same time together. But the good thing is nobody's going down just yet, which means the Masha is still able to do a lot of damage onto the enemy team, but not quite at the level that he needed to be because Tian Lang's still here.
Yeah, looking for kind of a lucky reset there onto the Cigar. I want to stop that because he is going to have reset coming up next turn because we do have a revive coming from this Vanessa, but Vanessa looks like it is going to be the focus right now for Kanitama. Masha definitely can provide a lot of damage, but especially if it's going to be violent proccing into a skill 2 here. Let's see what happens with Masha. Big damage going into this Cigar. We've got the defense break landing on top of the Tian Lang. Hey, gang, looking for a Despair Stun. Not going to be happening here, though.
This might be the moment that OSADASAN has been waiting for. He need a defense break. He go for the beautiful Despair Stun. And the Masha is going in for the kill. He cannot take out the Masha just yet. AoE damage, take out the Vanessa. But Masha is going to finally finish off the Tian Lang at this moment.
Yeah, defense break sitting there. Does have the shields up there, but I think second skill is going to be enough. Drops that unit here. Looking for double Despair Stun coming out of the Hey Gang. And we've got both Rush Boys trying to be janitors here and clean up this mess.
Even OSADASAN could not even believe his own RNG, but he's doing it. He's not complaining. He's enjoying this view of this Despair Stun coming out from the Brush Boy. But remember, it's not over yet because Cigar and Water Twin Angel are still very, very tanky. And Masha could fall any moment now if this Cigar get a proc.
That's right, and that's what he really needs. Goes to the strip, reset, gets attack bar pushback. Is this going to be enough to kill? Isn't going to be enough to kill just yet. He does have the attack bar pushback here. He does not land it on top of the Twin Angels. Twin Angels can be exactly what it needs here to finish off this Masha. We'll see what happens. He has to go into this, does not proc into it. Can he stun it up here?
Is so close. Stoic is about to go down to the wire. Here we have the Masha with the final hit. He is praying. He is praying for the crit. Here we go. The crit.
OSADASAN.
No way.
That
That is crazy.
Wow.
That's insane. That's exactly what we need to see. That is beautiful.
Well done, OSADASAN. He actually gets that crit, gets that round 1 victory. We've got the pre-bans from last time. Han is now available. Yan Hong is now available. We got 2 new pre-bans coming in right here.
Man, I need to pray more when I play RTA, huh? I guess that worked out beautifully for OSADASAN.
It's working out great for him. He keeps praying for all these things to happen, and he gets them. Every time he's done it, he's landed it. Been very, very fortunate here. Pre-bans locked in, the Viva Chill and the Vanessa are both in pre-ban.
Man, and those Brush Boy became AoE stun machine at some point as well. That was crazy.
So nuts. We've got Kanitama taking prio right now on Cigar as a pick here. We've got OSADASAN locking in the Hagang and the Han as well.
Oh, he might be going for that snipe with the Wedge Hat and the Viva Shell, but no more Viva Shell. I wonder what's going to be the replacement. Maybe he's going to lock in a Dark Robo for the turn 1 aggressive play.
I think that'd be a really good play if that's what he chooses to do. We'll see what happens here.
All right, Kanitama, what are you going to lock in this time? Are we going a speed lead once again? Maybe an aggressive pick? I think Tian Lang is going to be okay because there's a whole lot of attack bar gain coming out from OSADASAN as well. So we're going to see a Water Twin Angel Tian Lang in this angle. It's going to be a more Tian Lang.
Yep, we're suddenly not putting prio on the Water Twin Angels at the moment, but Tian Lang, more getting drafted. We got a Wajet in Okeanos. He's taking a pause right now. They're still thinking about if he wants to lock in both these units.
Yeah, because they really rely on the attack bar gain, and Tian Lang is going to be a force ban. And sometimes you don't want to decide to ban too early into the draft because there are still 2 more units that can potentially hard counter you. Like a Chow and Josephine getting picked up right now can be quite devastating.
Yeah, I feel like Okeanos could have been potentially traded out by something else. I'm not too sure just yet, but let's see what happens with Kanitama. Let's see what he's doing, if he can read into the draft of OSADASAN and really put him into a weird spot.
All right, potentially double water coming out from Kanitama and ban the last pick, but what could that be for Kanitama? Never mind, water is too cheap. We're going to go for Miles and a Pater instead.
Yeah, the Pater, interesting. We did not know he had this up to this point. I don't think we've seen it up to this point. Leo, Leo has not had a great showing. I know it's good up against the Miles and everything else, to be real, but just like Leo's down. Leo's down bad right now.
Yeah, I wonder if that's going to be a good pick because you can still ban the Pater and pick a strong AoE, but he locked in the Leo and he might have to ban out the Pater. But then if you leave the Tian Lang with so much attack power gain, that might be bad as well.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, there's definitely some things to think about. Both players really taking this match super serious. This clock is really starting to tick down pretty low as we figure out what they're going to be banning as we get into round number 2 with OSADASAN and KANITAMA.
We have a Han ban, which makes sense. That's the biggest damage deal. We have a Moore ban. I'm not too sure because he's leaving KANITAMA with heal, cleanse, immunity, defense break, anti-attack bar. I'm not sure what is OSADASAN cooking here, Stoic. Maybe it's a burnt toast.
Yeah, I have no clue. Defense lead and the speed lead with Leo on the other side of the field here. Let's see what happens with Leo obviously taking turn 1. Probably going to be cracking that shield off of the Miles. And that's exactly what's going to be happening here.
And here comes Tianlang, utilize every bit of attack bar the enemy is going to gain. Trying to get a turn for himself. Okeanos going with a CC, but for how long can he keep up this control on the enemy?
Well, we'll see. He's going to be going for that reset on top of the cigar. Does land. Of course, we got the cleanse and immunity coming up from the Patar here.
And I think this Dark Druid can stay in this form forever to get that extra heal. And also when he decides to use skill 3 with the buff from the balance patch, it can still cleanse and provide immunity as usual.
Yep, looking for the provoke to land on top of Leo. Not getting it here. We do get an additional turn here. It's going to be one more turn less for that third skill, which is very, very nice for KANITAMA. We've got Miles. Now, Miles isn't going to be doing that much damage, but we are getting utility out of the strips, the stuns, but he wants to be a little careful of those strips with having the Hay Gang on the other side of the field.
I wonder who KANITAMA is going to bring down first. Is it going to be Okeanos or is it going to be Leo? Looking where the damage is going, I think Leo might be the receiving end of all this damage because the moment Leo go down, I think OSADASAN is going to be in big trouble, but he's switching target to a softer unit, and that's going to be the Hay Gang.
Yeah, he gets the defense break as well. He's really able to get that damage going on top of the Hay Gang, but Hay Gang potentially looking for some despair stuns. Not happening here. We do have a Rain of Stones available, and he could go for this. Not a bad place to put it. Getting the Tian laying down as well as Cigar. Oh, man.
Oh my god, that wow blow really hurts the Hay Gang. Hay Gang is going to go down first. And I'm not sure how OSADASAN is going to plan to kill anyone on the side of KANITAMA because they look like they're still pretty healthy with the heal coming out from Pater very, very soon.
That's right, with the Pater with the stun going on to the Okeanos. We're going to be using our second skill, pushing up our team just a little bit here. Cigar seems to be the unit of focus right now for OSADASAN. Cigar's definitely looking a little low, but probably not in threat of losing this unit just yet. Provoke's going to be coming out on top of the potentially the Wajet.
And I think the defense break from the Tianlang coming out every turn is just perfect for a bruiser unit like the Dark Druid, doing solid damage every single turn, not giving OSADASAN any room to breathe at all. And finally, Leo may bring down the cigar, but at the cost of his 2 teammates and maybe this match as well.
Yeah, I don't think Leo is going to be the pick here. I'm not a fan. Leo's been taking L's all night. It's going to be taking another L right here. There's this strip. No stun's going to be landing on top of that Leo. We're looking for a stun here from the Pater. Not happening. Does get the kill there with Tianlang. Is going to be losing Cigar. And there you have it. We've got a round 1 victory coming out for KANITAMA.
That game looks so easy for KANITAMA. Once again, OSADASAN with the Leo last pick, not doing so hard. May want to step away from that strategy from now on.
Yeah, not a fan. I don't think Leo was going to be the pick. I think something a little bit more productive for his draft was the call for that one. But we'll see what happens. Let's see if we learn from our mistakes and move forward. We're getting into round number 3 with the pre-bans now available. The Viva Chill and the Vanessa are available. New pre-bans getting locked in right here.
I think this is exactly how he fought in the quarterfinal. He also lost in the second match by picking Leo in a very weird spot, and he proceeded to win it with his normal draft. So maybe that was just a stepping stone to his master plan, making the enemy underestimate him.
Yep, potentially. So no Han, no Tianlang in this match here. OSADASAN locking in the Vanessa. Let's see if the Water Twin Angels and Cigar combination here of what we're going to be taking prio here for KANITAMA. I don't know. We could be playing something different.
And it is going to be different a little bit with the Water Twin Angel and the Kovaci, 2 units potentially on Swift, trying to get a turn 1 with the attack bar boost.
Yep, and then there's the Vanessa and Cigar getting comboed up with here on the side of OSADASAN. Are we going to be locking in another Hay Gang here?
Maybe Hay Gang, maybe Narsha. maybe Velajul, because Velajul has been popping off recently.
Velajul has been popping off, but it is going to be the Nasha. We want to bring in that big damaged unit, that nice like bruiser-esque passive of getting dismounted and keeping your unit alive a little bit longer. Combos really well with that Vanessa too, forcing you to kind of go into the Vanessa. Let's see what happens. Let's see what KANITAMA is going to be responding with after seeing Saga and Nasha.
I think it's looking really good for OSADASAN, because if KANITAMA decides to go aggressive here, he can still lean on to the Nana and another strong unit like Juno at the moment. It's looking really good against KANITAMA.
There's that Okeanos, and there is that Yan Hong. Now, we've already seen the speeds here before, and this has been outsped in the past, but I do like the kind of damage Yan Hong can provide with Gavachi attack buff.
Oh, we're finally seeing Chow for the first time. Oh, wait, was it Chow the first time today? I think we saw Chow in the first match of today. And Chow looking perfect in this draft here. And Hagang providing even more unpredictability for the enemy when they're trying to strip your team. And also very good against the Okeanos if he can land a glancing on Okeanos.
Yeah, it's definitely been a minute since we've seen Chow, and Chow has been banned a lot as well. So Chow's been such a clutch unit, especially when it comes to being last picked in a draft here. It looks like we're going to be bringing a Dak Robo. I think this could be the unit that we're looking for KANITAMA. We are not so worried about not taking turn one. I think KANITAMA is locking that in here, especially with Yan Hong, for sure. Let's see what the bans are going to be here.
I think it might be the Dark Robo and the Chow or the Hagang ban here. Finally, we're seeing the bright color Dragon Knight Stoic. It's not yellow anymore.
No more Leo. Keep that away. We don't need to see a Leo here. Hagang and Okeanos are going to be catching the bans here.
Ooh, I wonder how OSADASAN is going to survive all this control from the Dark Robo, but maybe that's the Chow is for.
Yep, let's see what happens. We've got Yan Hong. We do have second skill available. We're not worried with that, with the Hagang getting banned out here. So potentially looking for a defense break, getting a quick dismount on this unit. We'll find out what KANITAMA is going to be doing here shortly.
Here comes the strip defense break onto the Vanessa. Get the defense break onto the Vanessa. He need to get this kill quickly so that he can focus on the Chow, because if you let Chow go free like this, it might be bad.
Yeah, it definitely will be. There's that defense break stun going out on units. No dismount will happen just yet, but we do have a really fortunate dot sitting across that Nasha. Nasha will get dismounted by that dot.
Oh, that was so many clutch stun coming from the Robo. And right now, I think both Vanessa and the Nasha is going to go down very quickly here. Vanessa's going to go down, and KANITAMA will be rather healthy and safe at the moment. Like, nothing's really touching him. And OSADASAN might be down in this game as well.
Yeah, he might be. There's that charge vitality going on to the Dak Robo. Dak Robo has third skill available. It's going to be a lot of dots here. Obviously, Chow's not going to care too much about this, but we're going to have some really good damage here, and we're going to have another victory for KANITAMA in round 3.
KANITAMA is winning this one. Looking like OSADASAN might not have an answer for KANITAMA here. The Dark Robo do really well in that match, and there was no answer for it. I think he really needs to step up his game here and trying to get a comeback in this game.
It happens. We've available units again. Han and Tian Lang for draft now. Brand new pre-bans getting locked in right now. Vivachil and Yan Hong.
First pick for KANITAMA. Probably going to take either Cigar or the 1 or 2 in Angel again, because he needs to get that turn 1, since that's going to be super effective against OSADASAN.
They definitely will be. There's that Cigar getting drafted. Cigar taking prio right now for KANITAMA. Let's see what OSADASAN. He's definitely taking his time here with his opener, trying to decide what he wants to do, the route that he wants to take going into this match, because he has to win this. He could actually be eliminated if KANITAMA is able to get this victory here. He is at match point.
And here we go. First pick for OSADASAN. He might want to go with maybe a wedge at Han angle to try to go super aggressive here. He's going to be going with Hagang Han, because without Yan Hong, maybe OSADASAN can sneak in and try to steal that turn 1 and snipe the enemy team.
I think KANITAMA needs to really pay attention and tune into his opponent right now, because I do think Han and Hagang showcases that Mookwall style of play, and I think he needs to understand that and draft accordingly.
Unfortunately, KANITAMA has one of the biggest OSADASAN counter, and that's going to be the Tian Lang to block all that funny attack bar thing that he's trying to do. So maybe he's going to be afraid to try to go for the Mook Wall wedge at angle and have to go for something else entirely.
Yeah, potentially. Let's see what happens here. Tian Lang is such a good unit, and a very good unit going up against OSADASAN's team here. And it is going to be Mookwall and Wajet being drafted.
I guess he will ban Tian Lang, and he's going to pick another snipe unit at the end. And seeing that his favorite is Fire Cassandra, we can expect that unit to show up last.
Definitely. There's a more on the other side of the field there, which is an excellent unit to proc the passive and to really push that turn into a Fire Cassandra.
Okay, let's see. Going to be the last pick for KANITAMA here. He's going for the Dominic. He's trying to snipe as well. Big single target with the support of Kovaci. Perfect pairing. And the Fire Cassandra might be locked in for OSADASAN in the last pick. But then Tian Lang and Kovaci in the same field. Will OSADASAN get the first turn to try and do what he planned out to do?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's kind of what has to happen here. I'm curious if the ban is going to be on that Fire Cassandra. Ban, I think, is Tian Lang all day. I don't think you can let that team through with what you're trying to draft right now. So let's see what happens, because we're looking at a really important game for OSADASAN.
We might even see a Kovaci ban, maybe, because you can't give him attack buff like that. It's going to be so much damage for him to handle without a dedicated healer.
The bans are going to be Tian Lang and the Mook Wall getting the ban here. Very interesting. So we do have attack buff Dominic. That's a ton of damage that OSADASAN has to be super wary about here. Let's find out here, because we're looking at match point for KANITAMA and OSADASAN trying to keep himself alive. Wajet taking turn 1.
And I guess we found out who spent more time on Giants. Han's about to take a turn right there. Mora can't spin. Or else he's going to trigger the Cassandra to one-shot the Dominic, looking really grim. But he will go for anyway. And the Dominic's going to be brought down.
And the Moore is going to get brought down as well, eliminating 2 units so quick. Exactly what OSADASAN needed to do. And I don't see KANITAMA coming back here. He's obviously lacking a lot of damage. Does have a little bit of sustain when it comes to this Kovaci. But is that enough damage to get rid of the Cassandra? Because Cassandra can be sticking around here to get another second skill off here. But at the same time, you also have to worry about a Han. And this Han's going to be violent procking.
Cigar taking the damage from everybody in the field. Not feeling so good right now, because even with skill 1, both Han and Fire Cassandra can do some massive damage onto this Cigar. Cigar trying his best, get a violent proc. He might have a shot, but how long can he stay alive for?
Exactly. How long can he stay alive for? Because Cigar is going to be taking a ton of damage and more attack power manipulation. It's just these first skill heals coming out of the Light Puppeteer is so crazy. He's going to be pushing up his team, and there you have it. OSADASAN keeping himself alive, guys. In round number 4, we're going into a game 5.
Oh my, once again, it's going to be so close. Who's going to take this home? KANITAMA and OSADASAN. I think OSADASAN finally figured out that he needs to go first. He can't give the turn 1 to KANITAMA, who will fully control him if he let KANITAMA take first turn.
I agree. I think OSADASAN in turn 1, he should be able... Well, he can get that victory over his opponent here, but let's see what happens with KANITAMA, because there's still a lot of those super fast turn 1 units, not just that Yan Hong, that you can bring to a draft to really interrupt things, and we'll see what happens. Like, we do know they are available. There's Zabala, there's a Sekhmet, there's that Wind Gingerbrave. There's a lot of options that can happen to really interrupt your opponents here.
And I think OSADASAN just acquired a very important piece of knowledge, is that his Wedgeat will outspeed the Kovaci on the same speed lead, which will give him so much more confidence when he can pre-ban the Tian Lang and trying to go for that turn 1.
That's a perfect pre-ban for OSADASAN, banning out the Panda, and then of course Han, to no surprise, getting the pre-ban from KANITAMA.
First pick is going to be Cigar getting stolen by OSADASAN, which means over there we might be seeing the Yan Hong and the Water Twin Angel once again, because KANITAMA can once again lock in the Dark Robo and the Okeanos CC angle.
Let's see what this last pick... Oh, I'm sorry, last pick. Let's see what KANITAMA is going to be opening his draft with.
Let's say it's going to be a speed lead. It's going to be a speed lead. It's going to be Ciara this time. And it's going to be Kovaci once again. But OSADASAN now know if he pick Wedgeat, he will go first in front of Kovaci, which is very important.
Yep. Exactly, and he should know that already. So is there another speed lead coming out so he can make sure that he gets that? Not just yet. So it's a very fast Yan Hong, and that was a very confident Cassandra being drafted by OSADASAN.
Man, I said earlier that Laura is a free-to-play unit in this region. Maybe Narsha is as well because everyone seems to have one. And we have...
no.
Oh, no! Oh, no! That Leo is showing up once again. It might be good against Narsha. I'm not too sure about how good it is against the Ciara, though. But we're seeing 5 Cassandra and Leo last pick coming out from OSADASAN.
I think if you... Nope, I don't like it. I don't like it. And it's going to show itself once again how much I dislike this Leo as we get into this match. We've got a last pick from KANITAMA. Now he is thinking about it a lot.
If he pick a Leica right now, I'm going to laugh so hard if a Leica showed up. It's going to solo the entire team of OSADASAN. It's not going to look good.
Oh, that really would be a perfect pick here. I didn't know he had that in the box. That is incredible.
That is, I don't even know her name. Oh, Kiara. Yes, the Dark
Kiara.
Cassandra.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Also with the speed lead and showcasing the same second skill as that Cassandra as well.
Not looking good right now. And the wedge is going to be banned. The last pick going to be banned. But right now, OSADASAN will lose turn 1, which means someone might die to the bomb.
Right. That's going to be an attack buff bomb. That's a lot of damage coming towards OSADASAN. He needs to stay alive here, and we'll see what happens. So obviously, we've got Leo taking turn 1. A full wilt-up KANITAMA here.
But KANITAMA does have 2 single target strip for the Ciara. So he's going to break down either Leo or the Cigar very quickly here. And I don't think Fire Cassandra is a good unit that can take out 4 enemy without her teammates.
Oof, that's a lot of damage. And misses the bomb. He needed to have that there. So Leo's going to last just a little bit.
He was so happy. He was so happy about it. But no, Leo's going to be gone. KANITAMA not being happy just yet. He is not celebrating just yet. He needs to win this game. And the first one's going to go down. Big despair stun as well. Stoic, it's not over yet for OSADASAN.
That's right, not over yet at all. We've got the Provokes not landing on top of the Narsha. Narsha can proc the invincibility of this Cassandra, looking for a despair stun, and he needs to lock down the Narsha. He can't let this unit take a turn here. He needs to keep everything provoked and everything down. Let's see what happens, because he needs to go for it. Does land the defense break, does land the provoke. He needs to provoke up this Yan Hong as well and keep him on the lockdown. It does get resisted here. He needs to force that dismount on top of the Narsha. Does get it here. Any additional turns here? Is the first skill glancing enough to take out? It is enough to take it out here. Drop that Cassandra. He needed to keep that unit alive.
Oh no. Cigar has to control 3 enemies and 2 of them has healing skill. It's going to be one of the hardest moments for Cigar, but it's not happening. And that might be GG. KANITAMA finally letting out a smile because he know he got this one in the bag, Stoic.
There it is. It's definitely in the bag for KANITAMA right there. Drops that Cigar, and there you have it. KANITAMA with a round 5 victory going to Japan.